I grew up on a beef farm in Missouri, and like everybody else that raises livestock, we had to raise a lot of our own feed to stay in business economically. And we raised corn and soybeans and hay, and you grind this material up into a flour, you make pellets, you add vitamins and minerals and trace minerals to this pellet, and you feed those calves for about 6 to 9 months before you ship them off to market. The thing that fascinated me as a teenager was that as a family, we lived out of the same fields. We kept back 5 rows of corn for ourselves. We had a garden at the end of the field where we grew our peas and beans and squash and tomatoes, and we wanted to live to be 100 with no aches and pains, yet we didn't give ourselves the same vitamins and minerals and trace minerals that we gave the livestock. This whole concept really fascinated me, and I went on to ag school at the University of Missouri, and there I learned about chemistry, soil chemistry, and how it related to tons and bushels per acre. I learned about ag economics, but I really didn't get an answer to my basic question, why did we give these calves vitamins, minerals, and trace minerals and not ourselves, until I became a freshman veterinary student at the University of Missouri. Bottom line is because we don't have health insurance for them. So if we were to use a human healthcare type of system for livestock, it'd be sticker shock for you. Your hamburger cost would be $275 a pound. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts would be $450 a pound, and a dozen eggs would be $50 for a dozen eggs. So we learned that we could keep the price of animal products such as meat and dairy and poultry and eggs down to where the average American could afford them simply by reducing or eliminating health care costs. And we do this in animals by preventing and curing diseases with nutritional formulas. Well, to make a long story short, after some 12+ years working directly with Perkins at the St. Louis Zoo, the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago, the National Zoo in D.C., LA Zoo, and many other large zoos around the United States, I had done some 17,500 autopsies on over 454 species of animals, plus 3,000 human beings for a comparison. And what I learned was that every animal and every human being who dies of natural causes dies of a nutritional deficiency disease. And I wrote 75 scientific papers that were in medical journals and veterinary journals, international pathology journals. I wrote some 15 chapters for 8 multi-authored textbooks. I wrote a textbook of my own that was 1,000 pages and 2,000 illustrations. And with all this public exposure and with all the scientific exposure, I couldn't get people who are in a position of authority, either in medical research or in government, to get too excited about preventing and curing diseases in human beings with nutrition like we did in animals. So I got frustrated enough, I went back to school up in Portland, Oregon, became a physician, and I practiced there for 12 years as a general family practitioner, and I used everything that I had learned in veterinary nutrition in my human patients. The concept works just as well in people as it does in animals. There are 90 essential nutrients, 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, and 3 essential fatty acids, and they're called essential nutrients for 2 reasons. Number one, our bodies cannot manufacture them. We must consume these essential nutrients every day, either as food or as a supplement. Number two, if any one of these 90 essential nutrients is missing for a couple of weeks, couple of months, couple of years, you get on the average 10 deficiency diseases. 10 deficiency diseases times 90 essential nutrients, that's 900 diseases that are preventable with proper supplementation. And the nice thing about this concept is, if you have any of these 900 deficiency diseases and you supplement properly, you have every honest expectation of getting some significant benefit. Many people will get 100% better. Now you notice I didn't talk about minerals. Minerals are a different concept. Minerals cannot be manufactured by plants, as we've already said. And as a result, you have to consciously supplement with minerals. How important are minerals? Well, they're used as cofactors for vitamins. You cannot use vitamins without mineral cofactors. You cannot use enzymes. You cannot use hormones. You cannot use DNA, RNA, chromosomes. You cannot even use oxygen without mineral cofactors. That's how important they are. And here's our problem. Plants cannot manufacture minerals. Minerals do not occur in a uniform blanket around the crust of the earth. They make up 2/3 of the 90 essential nutrients. A copy of U.S. Senate Document 264. U.S. Senate Document 264 says that there's no longer any nutritional minerals left in our farm and range soils, and as a result, the grains, vegetables, fruits, and nuts that are grown there are minerally deficient, and as a result, the animals and people who eat these minerally deficient grains, vegetables, fruits, and nuts get mineral deficiency diseases, and the only way to prevent and cure them is with mineral supplementation. Now, to me, the scary thing about U.S. Senate Document 264 is that it was written and published in 1936. 1936. And at that time, we began to put vitamins and minerals and trace minerals into animal feeds to make up the difference. And of course, since that time, we've been able to prevent and cure all kinds of diseases in animals with these nutritional formulas. Unfortunately for human beings, We got wonder drugs in 1936. We got sulfa drugs in 36. We got penicillin in 38. And we got cortisone in 42. And it was very easy for the medical profession to con the American public into believing they would find a wonder drug to fix everything. If we just gave them enough money for research, and if we faithfully watched Dr. Marcus Welby, MD, that they would find a wonder drug to fix everything. Well, you don't believe that anymore. That's why you're here, because you don't believe this anymore. You cannot get everything you need from your four food groups, and you must supplement with your vitamins and your minerals.